CPEAR has come to Old Newgate Prison, East Granby, Connecticut today. The prison's actually named after Newgate Prison over in England. It opened in the early 1700s, around 1710 or so, as a mining facility. And they mined copper and some other kind of ores. And then about halfway through the century, they decided to turn it into a prison. They kept everyone down in the mines. It's pretty dark and damp down there. The entrance is actually right over here on the other side of the guard building, but it extends entirely below us and over to here. And then as more and more prisoners came into the late 1800s, they built these facilities here. They had the treadmill room, which is where they ground all their flour, wheat, and stuff for bread. They'd actually have the prisoners get on there, and almost like a log rolling contest, they'd work 10 minutes, take 5 minutes off. They also had office buildings here. They had a hospital. They used to house women prisoners up here. As you can see, everything's in a state of decay. The only building still standing is the old guardhouse over here. The prison was in operation until about 1828, and then they transferred everyone to Wethersfield State Prison, and they tried to turn this back into a mining operation, but the cost was just a little too much, and they shut it down. In probably late 1960s, 70s, it turned into a state park, and now everyone comes in and checks it out. There's a few documented deaths associated with Newgate. The first one happened in the late 1700s during a rebellion. There was a couple inmates tried to escape, and during the escape attempt, one of the inmates was actually struck with a bayonet and he died. And somewhere around that time, there was a African-American inmate named Prince. No one's really sure how he died, except his corpse was found down in the mines. There's some stories say he was left shackled to the wall and just left there to rot. There's others saying he died of natural causes, he slipped and he fell. Then there's another one, probably about mid-1800s, I believe, where the only reason it's recorded is because an inmate thought it would be funny to take the corpse out of the casket and just put it somewhere in the prison. It wasn't really written down where, but just left the corpse hanging out in the prison. Then it was found. And then we have Abel Starkley, who on the last night of operation here decided to go to the well and try to climb out with the help of a friend. The well's about 40 feet. He started climbing up, got about halfway, 3/4 of the way up. The rope snapped and he fell to his death.